Hey, good day to you. This is Rain, founder of Forex 100. So today on the weekly market analysis, let's look at euro dollar. On the daily chart, what we see over here is that it is on a bearish trend. If you have remember what I've shared earlier on the previous video and analysis, we can watch back those analyses, and it's more towards on learning the thought process than to saying that I'm right, or at times when the market doesn't move the way that I have forecast. All right, so I've mentioned that it's all sell order, and if you move up to the weekly chart, I will not head in for a shorting opportunity, because at the time the opportunity for us to short is only at about 185 pips. I remember that's that. So that was at the time when the candle closed and after confirmation and stuff like that. So it's just too little for us to benefit from it, but it's too much for us to set a stop loss beyond the 185 pips to capture a counter trend trading setup, right? So on the daily chart, definitely a bearish trend. You have to know the overall trend movement, and we can see how we can plan whether are we still trend trading or waiting for a counter trend trading opportunity. For our chart, this is what we have over here: a consolidation, a bearish movement. And if you are a trade harmonic pattern trader, you should be able to spot a harmonic pattern over here. All right, so if you have not able to do so, drop us a note, and if you can, scan this QR code that will bring you straight to our website, where you can share with us your trading ideas over here. Okay, so don't shy about it. The fastest way to learn is really to pause the recording and plot the chart out and post it over here. I've said many times, and it's really up to you whether you want to take that move. It's very different from when you plot the chart, choose not to post it, and wait for my answer and see if it match up and learn quietly, compared to you own your analysis and post it up and and hit the play button and see how alike or different perspective you have. This is what we call accountability in trading. All right, so if you scroll down further, if you unable to get the trend reading right and stuff like that, head on to this free course over here. Don't get put back by the title itself. This training is quite comprehensive for anyone to start trading, in fact. And I was told that there are educators out there selling similar content for $1,000 over, all right, for this content over here. So it's free right now, and because we are able to run this thing live online, and that make it possible. Okay, scroll down further, you can even see some of our trading ideas over here. Can have a look, and one thing for sure you can see a certain pattern is that the target 2 is usually at least a 2:1 reward is the risk of the previous risk, and right now I just omit the /1. I just post 3.18. First is straight to the point, and it look really much cooler, isn't it? All right, so back to our analysis over here, and let us continue to walk through the market analysis on the 1-hour chart. Bearish movement still don't. That's why it's really important when you're able to read and analyze the trend right. This is just a retracement of the bearish movement. And back to the daily chart, let me just walk you through my analysis over here. So we've talked about this, waiting for a retest, a touch of this price to look for a shorting opportunity. And of course, if things align on your end and you manage to short at 1.1118, I'd like to congratulate you, because you have really earned 217 pips. Check the previous video, I did talk about this on my previous video. All right, down to the 4-hour chart, this is what you can look at if you are looking for trend trading. Well, over here we see a gap, and how I read gaps are, you just imagine there's a big bearish candle over here. So if you can't visualize, let me just draw it out for you. So a candle like this that happened in this region, so cover from the closing to opening price of the next candle. You just imagine there's a candle over there. Although it seldom happens in FX market, but you shouldn't treat it like, you shouldn't alienate it. All right, don't treat it like too special about it and stuff, like just a movement. And of course, it really depends how much it gaps, and if it strikes a new formation. In this case, it didn't. It just retest a previous support. It's still important. And of course, I wait for next retracement to take this as my X point. All right. So this is a Gartley pattern, or in fact a deep Gartley pattern, looking to short at 1.12. All right, 1.1223, and on the 1 hour chart we have a shark pattern, and this is why this is flagged as the VIP trade, the blue trade. So if you see this on my live session and stuff like that, there are 3 reasons. First two is because of trade management. I use as the upsize and the combo methodology. So for upsize, basically is when I can engage on a lower time frame and having the option to stretch my targets to the higher time frame level, all right, of usually an opposing trade. A combo is usually that I have a similar setup on the 4 hour chart, also looking for, or rather a higher time frame, also looking for a buying opportunity, but I can start off getting in on a small time frame, and my target too, I can afford to stretch it. All right, so you don't just try this at home, because you have to be very familiar with the currency pairs you are trading, or the products you are trading, and the strategies that you are using before you perform such act. If not, just take the standard target profit area. All right, so this week once again I'm put in a position that I have 6 other currency pairs other than the 2 fixed pair that I'm sharing have this VIP setting, right? Let me count again: 3, 4, 5, 6, correct, total 8 out of 12 pairs having this kind of setup. So this week will be a rather busy week. Focus on trading, I would say. There's no need to just glue your eye to the screen, but you really have to set those alerts so you know what you're looking for. All right, so that's pretty much I have for you today. Looking forward to see you soon in our community. If you are serious about trading, ask yourself how long ago you have really talked yourself and say, hey, I'm going to watch through those trading and get started and stuff like that, and you know, how many days and months and weeks has passed, correct? And once you are in a group coaching community like what we have over here, there is a certain accountability that we put up for you, and don't get too overly stressed out by the standards that we set. We love to give you a guideline. It's your choice, because it's your future to choose if you want to follow it. All right, so that's all I have for you today. Looking forward to see you soon in our community. Drop us a note, we'll see if you're